everybody. Our friend Chris Freihofer is here for another round of Marvel. We're going to have some fun tonight, but it is the 3-Course Meal Pants Optional Podcast, and we're going to start it up right about now.
Welcome to the 3-Course Meal Pants Optional Podcast. This podcast contains adult language, so listener discretion is advised.
I'll put some T-Pain autotune on us.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
You leave T-Pain alone.
What are you, Chris Crocker?
Yes.
Leave him alone.
Well, T-Pain, we'll leave T-Pain alone. We talked about him last week, but we're back. It is a beautiful, beautiful week. I'm excited to be here. We have a lot of good stuff to talk about. Chris is going to be here a little later on. But you know, how was your guys' week? What have you guys been up to in the last 7 days?
Nothing. It's been shitty.
Yeah.
Work's been a fucking nightmare, but I got a nice long weekend this weekend. So
okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I was born.
Oh yeah, he was.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
The big 3-5.
The big 3-5.
Yeah. Got some white hairs coming in on the beard for it. So
that's why I shaved. I was going to grow this out a little bit. I liked it. And then I did a video. I don't know if you guys saw, I did a video the other day about a video game video or something. And I saw these like gray streaks in here and I felt like I looked like Hollywood Hogan starting to come in.
See, I like it though. I don't mind it.
I need it just for men.
It's like the general, like, what'd you say?
Just for men?
Just for men?
Yeah. No, I don't mind getting older. It's just like the pain everywhere or somewhere in my body every day, and generally being cranky and hating everything. Other than that, it's great.
You were like that
long before 35.
I've been that since I came out of the womb.
Yeah.
But
Amanda, how was your week?
So
it's been same shit, different day. You know, living life. It's been cold.
You got a cheerleader in the house now.
You do?
I have a cheerleader in the house. She's
nice.
So hardcore. She's going to cheer camp. She's doing big things.
Nice.
That's all I can say. Yeah.
Bring it on.
She's
Amanda
so busy.
Jr.
She's the biggest. She's the busiest girl I know.
I love it.
I'm proud of her. I think that's good. Good. I to be honest with you, you know, all the things that you tell us that she does, I'm glad that you're able to hold it together, because that's sometimes the hardest part. Shit. It's the hardest part of parenting is keeping up with the kid, especially as they're getting in their teenage years, and you know, she's getting up there. So
yeah, it's good that she's busy.
Yeah. So for me.
Sure. What about you? Yeah,
I was supposed to move this week, and then all hell broke loose. So I'm still in my house. I don't know what the next step is right now, so I'm just kind of taking it day by day. But you know what? I told you guys I have a new outlook on life, and instead of stressing about it, I'm just gonna sit here and take it as it comes. Because what's the point? So yeah. What I will say, and I'll probably talk about this a little later on, I was watching a documentary on Netflix about the cat rapper. Have you guys seen the cat rapper?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and get him on the show. He was a rapper, and he was, you know, a SoundCloud rapper doing his thing, and he wasn't getting many views, many listens. And then he adopted 5 cats, and now he raps about the cats, and he has 1 million TikTok followers, and he just raps about his cats. And people are so invested in his family of cats that they follow him. He has a Patreon where he has a $50 a month tier, and people pay to be part of his cat family. So I think
Tom won't TikTok.
I just hate all. I don't know. Maybe I should just rap about Zach. I don't know.
You know, or maybe you should
start TikToking Zach.
We should be like swing songs about Zach.
He would go viral. Swing would be good.
Be
like Brian Setzer.
Zach. Zach is the man. Yeah. Zach is great. And
what do you think, bud?
Kind of tan.
Yeah. Oh, I got a picture of Zach's brother.
I don't know about that.
Really?
Yeah. So I think I sent it to you guys, but anyway, that doesn't matter.
Maybe we'll throw it up. Maybe we'll throw it up on the screen.
No, he's got a big week right now because we're switching him to his new adult food because his birthday is next month, and I got him some lamb kibble, which from the early results, he finds tasty. He finds it tasty.
Tasty?
I'm sure he does.
So tasty that it's just as tasty as our next tasty topics.
Ooh, yeah.
Smooth.
One thing I am going to bring up that I didn't put on our list of things to talk about today. I don't know if you guys saw it, but the Jackass 4 trailer came out.
So yes, you sent it to us.
Oh, I did send it.
I didn't watch it.
God, that's the 35-year-old memory. Oh my God, that was like that text. Remember last?
Yeah, last week.
I texted you guys.
I've never said that before.
Oh God, that was literally seconds before you said it.
If we had the show right now, that would have been the Who Said It.
Oh my God. That would have been horrible. But yeah, anyway, so I did send you the trailer.
You did.
So Jackass 4's trailer came out, and there's no Bam.
No.
Because Bam's a fucking hot mess. But other than that, it looks. I think it looks good.
I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be
totally
good. I think it's gonna be good.
Amada, are you a Jackass fan?
Like a little bit. I did watch the Bam Margera show. Why?
Oh, Viva La Bam.
That was a good show.
Yeah. I did enjoy it, mostly for the wife, because I was like, why did she put up with him?
April?
Yeah, but no longer. She no longer puts up with him. Yeah. So that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're gonna talk some tasty topics. There's some good tasty topics this week, including a new segment we're gonna roll out through tasty topics. But we'll get there when we get there. There. First, we're gonna talk about Trump. So I know we try to steer clear of the Trump, but this is actually really
it's not
fun.
even really more. Yeah. It's not even much about Trump.
No, it's more about Rudy. But Tom, if you wanna, you sent this, you found this. I want you to take it.
I just found it hilarious. So Trump's aides told Rudy the wrong start time for the debate prep to keep him away from it, so that they wouldn't fuck it up for Trump, which it's just hilarious to me. Like they literally just gave him a wrong time. And knowing the Rudy that he is now, he probably was like, "Oh, okay, yeah," just went along with it. Like Rudy. Rudy.
Did you see Borat, the second one?
Oh yeah.
I started it. I couldn't finish it.
The Rudy part was, well, it wasn't as good as the first. I will say that. It was a lot darker.
The first one was
like matched, but
the first one's like lightning in a bottle. Like they did that, and there's no way they were ever gonna do that again. They tried with Bruno. They tried all that. First Borat movie is like the stuff legends are made of. So.
It's gold. Yeah.
Lightning in a bottle. Gold. Is that what you said?
Lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
I never heard that expression before. Yeah. What's it mean? Like rare?
It means that they it's so rare, and then they if they try to do it again, it'll never be the same because you can never catch lightning in a bottle twice.
Wow. Can you catch it once?
I mean, if you do, then you're probably in good shape. That's why what they say is like it's almost like a perfect storm. Like when somebody catches lightning in a bottle, it means that like they did something and maybe they didn't even expect it to be that good, but if they tried to do it again, it'll never happen. Make sense? Makes sense?
My first time.
Yeah, but Rudy
first for everything.
Yeah, Rudy he's a character
he's a mess.
in his own right. He's a character. And I think we need.
But I just thought it was hilarious that they did that to him.
But we do have a new segment, which
yes, we do.
We have a little song that's going to kick off, and it's going to play right about now. Which billionaire asshole is going to space? Last week we talked about Richie Branson and Virgin Galactic. Today we're going to talk about my former boss.
Yes.
Dr. Evil, Jeff Bezos. And it's not Dr. Evil because he is, evil. Although, that's up for debate. That rocket. Did you see the rocket, Amada?
I did. And yes. Mm-hmm.
It is a giant fucking dick. There's no
it's a big old
it even has
dildo.
like a vein. It has the vein on it. Like it was definitely a giant fucking dildo.
I think he knew.
But like it just reminded me of that scene in and I posted it on Facebook. That scene in Austin Powers when Dr. Evil's spaceship's flying, and they're like, that looks like a giant Woody, and like they're like all that shit. But it's just, I'm tired now. I don't even care about Elon. Like, I don't even want to hear about Elon's stupid fucking trip to space now. Like, him and his fucking Dogecoin can go fuck off. I wish they just fucking, you know what I'm surprised about the most? Like, you know how like conspiracy theories have like fucking skyrocketed during all this. I'm shocked no one was like, oh, they're going to space because they're pedophiles or some shit like that.
Well,
like, you know how they said like fucking Tom Cruise was going to Australia like to like avoid fucking pedophilia charges or something. Did you guys hear that? Yeah. Like, I'm surprised no one fucking said some stupid shit like that, but yeah. So another billionaire asshole went to fucking space, and I'm sure we'll have another one to fucking cover next week.
Well, he took his brother with him, which I didn't even know he had a brother, but he took his brother with him. They went on a space mission, but even more important,
and some old lady.
What was that?
Well, I don't know what the mission was, but they also brought some old lady.
The mission was to get just the tip out into the atmosphere, and
hey, just to see how it feels.
And
that was good.
And I think they fully penetrated the ozone layer. So that's
it's hot.
That's hot. That's tasty. That's tasty. But Blue Origin, it's owned by Jeff Bezos. He stepped down as Amazon CEO officially last week, and this was his first. This was his first thing. He wanted to go to space. So you know what? Which billionaire asshole's going to space? This week it was Bezos. Next week, probably Elon Musk. But you never know.
Yeah.
Speaking of billionaires, you know, there's another player just entered that atmosphere. LeBron James is officially
billionaire.
So he had a deal that is going to make him a billionaire effective today. I forget what it was with, but if LeBron James might be the next billionaire asshole to go to space. So.
No.
He has some like endorsement deal. That's gonna make him.
I thought that Space Jam money was that good. I watched Space Jam, by the way. I didn't hate it. Listen, it's a fucking movie about a basketball player with fucking Looney Tunes. Like, I wasn't expecting an Oscar movie, and there's like all these fucking adults having a goddamn meltdown about how it ruined their childhood and all this shit. Shut the fuck up. Of course it was gonna be a terrible movie. Just, I enjoyed it for what it was. It wasn't that fucking bad. It was no worse than the original one. I will say there should have been more Looney Tunes. That's it.
Yeah, there should have been.
They're not in it enough.
Really?
But other than that,
I watched it.
It's not bad. Just show your daughter after cheerleading, and she'll like it.
I loved the first one when I was a child.
Well, and I love it because of the Looney Tunes and Bill Murray. But like, it's I don't know. People take this shit too seriously. Anyway, I endorse Space Jam: A New Legacy. It's just fine.
So it says that it's all his off-court investments. Nike was a big one. It looks like apparently Nike was a big one, but he should be a billionaire by the end of the year. So LeBron James might be the next billionaire asshole to go to space. We'll probably talk Space Jam a little more towards the end because we usually talk about our streaming for the week. But
yes,
I didn't hate it either. I thought, it is what it is. It's a movie about Looney Tunes. So like how can people judge it like it's the Shawshank Redemption? It's not, so.
Well, it's just the whole like ruined my childhood. Like, no, it didn't.
No.
Your childhood self that saw Space Jam still enjoyed the movie. It didn't like change the whole fucking timeline. And speaking of changing timelines, we will get into that later today.
Yes, we will.
But yeah, like, shut the fuck up. Stop being a fucking idiot.
Now, what I do want to throw out there. So now we have Bezos' rocket that looks like a dick, right? If it came back to Earth at a huge rate and it just smashed, it would pound the Earth. And,
it would.
And speaking of dick pounds, do you guys know that the vice president of the International Olympic Committee is named Dick Pound?
Yeah,
we do now.
His name is Dick Pound. I don't even know what the tasty topic is that we're going to talk about. He's not doing anything interesting. We're just going to talk about his name, Dick Pound. Have you guys ever found? Is there a better name out there than Dick Pound?
I don't think so.
Not really, but His full name though is it's stupid. Even his full name, it's Richard. Hold on, where the fuck is it? I just lost it. Oh, Richard William Duncan, in quotes, Dick Pound.
Yes. So
such a dumb name.
I knew a girl in high school. Her dad's name was Richard, and her last name was Head, and they called him Dick.
Wow.
So his name was Dickhead.
That's pretty awful. That's pretty awful.
That's amazing.
When I worked for Amazon, we had a lot of people that came over from India. We have a very big Indian population in New Jersey. Tom can speak to that. Tom being in South Brunswick can attest to that.
Yeah.
But my building was in Avenel, which isn't too far from Edison, which I'm sure you know is probably one of the biggest Indian populations outside of India in the world. Apparently, and to any of my Indian listeners out there, any like the 80 of you guys happen to be Indian, feel free to give us some feedback. But we had a lot of people who came in with the name Dick Shit, Dikshit. It happened multiple times, and I think that is a common Indian name. So, Dick Shit, Dikshit. So, my other runner-up is the executive producer of Law and Order, Dick Wolf. Dick Wolf is.
He's a good dick.
He is. But
he's a hardy dick.
But Dick Pound might got it unlocked. I give Dick Pound some credit. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking famous dicks, Dick Clark.
Yeah.
Dick Clark is the OG, the homie. The OG. New Year's Rockin' Eve. Yeah. But Dick
fabulous guy.
Dick Pound's the best. It's an amazing name.
It is.
Here's to you, Dick. So speaking of dicks, theater owners think that Disney is a big dick for releasing Black Widow on video. Black Widow on video. Black Widow on video this December. They're pissed that they released it on Disney Plus, saying it decreased the box office haul. But I mean, here's a couple of things. One, of course they were going to do that because that money goes straight to Disney, so they're going to try and get some profit there. And two, there technically is still a pandemic, so people aren't still going to movies quite as much.
Right.
But it still did create, I think, the biggest opening so far since the pandemic. So, I think theater owners are being. I get they're hurting, so I understand that.
Did it beat Fast 9?
I think so. Okay. I hope so. I hope so.
I think it had a better opening, but I think second weekend Fast 9 did more. So I think Fast 9 is tracking lifetime longer or better earnings.
How are people still watching that shit? Please advise.
I don't know, but actually, there's news today with Fast and Furious. The Rock is done. He's out.
Yeah.
The Rock, him and Vin Diesel. Well, what do you mean you didn't know he was in? He was in like 5 of them.
I didn't watch past the third one.
Well, he was.
I was like, this is getting really ridiculous.
I didn't watch past the first one.
Here's the thing. So I don't know if you guys. I liked the 5th one. I didn't watch 2, 3, 4.
Oh no, I did see Fast 5.
I watched
did see
1,
Fast 5.
and then I skipped 2, 3, 4. 5 was good. It's no longer a car movie. It's now just a straight up action movie.
That's when
From what I understand, and spoilers for anybody who's listening along, I haven't seen Fast 9, so I'm going off of what I've read. There apparently is some interaction on a space station with their driving, and they have to go into space and so it's kind of jumped the shark.
Bezos and Musk and
they were flying
there
on a giant dick. And
that was the car, the race car.
There also is official talks and rumors that they are going to make a crossover between the Fast series and the Jurassic World series. So
stop.
No,
stop.
That's actual discussions. That's not. Tom, am I wrong?
He's right. And honestly, I was having a conversation about this with one of my other friends the other day, and as much as I hate Fast and Furious, if they're gonna just say fuck it and just throw all logic to the wind, which they pretty much have, I'm alright with it. If they're not gonna take it seriously, I'm cool with it. As long as they're not taking it seriously, I could watch it. But yeah, The Rock and Vin Diesel don't like each other, and Vin Diesel basically said that he gave The Rock tough love to get the acting he wanted out of The Rock in Fast 5, and The Rock had an interview while promoting Jungle Cruise, and he said, "Yeah, I saw that. I had a good laugh at that." And I was like, "Oh,
yeah, they don't like each other."
All right, and he's like, "I wish them luck in all the rest of them and all the other movies that I won't be in with them." I was like,
"Wow."
So yeah, but this is the thing: The Rock can do that. It doesn't matter.
Right? Who's gonna say that?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
matter.
So it doesn't matter though, because Vin Diesel, once Fast and Furious is done, he's fucked. The Rock's not. The Rock can do whatever the fuck he wants. Run for president, fucking do a Disney movie, fucking whatever he wants.
Come out like Pitch Black 4. What do we got going on for Vin Diesel? Not a whole lot.
Triple X 3 or whatever. I don't know how many movies of that there were. But yeah.
So anyway,
fuck that guy.
We're about to roll into the main course. We got Chris here today. I'm excited. We have a lot to talk about, Chris. Obviously, Black Widow, big thing. We last time we talked to Chris, we were about halfway through WandaVision. So we didn't even get to discuss the finale of WandaVision, let alone Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Now Loki. And all the other new shit coming.
I believe he did.
Nice. And then we're also going to try and get some Spider-Man spoilers out of them. So, we're going to try and get them to slip up. And
oh yeah.
That's all. That's all.
Pressure.
That's all I got to say about that. So we're going to take it on to the main course. Anything with you guys that we got to say before we go there?
I'm just ready for Chris.
All right.
Ready
Chris,
for the main course.
Let's roll.
Dinner is served.
Guys, I got a pocket knife. Just cut it out of the frame.
That's a good idea. There we go, because I've had enough of this. Just cut it right out of the frame.
All right.
Howdy.
Well, everybody, this is awesome.
Good. How you doing?
Yes, you look fat. You look great. You look healthy.
I thought you said you look fat. I was like, what?
Honestly, I thought you did too, and I was like, that's so rude.
That's usually reserved for me, so thank you. But
so I'll change my background for this. It's gonna be me and Kang.
Yes.
Well, maybe Kang, not really.
Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got a whole bunch of shit to talk about. It's been a while.
Yeah. Thanks for the compliment, by the way, Amanda. I didn't mean to blow past it.
Oh no, it's okay. These guys.
I don't like the background.
So they're rude.
You look like $1 million.
The background.
Thanks. I wish I was $1 million.
I know.
You're on your way.
Speaking of $1 million, WandaVision. We didn't really. We talked to you halfway through WandaVision.
Yeah.
And you weren't allowed to talk. You were kind of tight-lipped about things, which understandably so. But now we can talk about WandaVision.
Yeah.
And obviously, you did a lot of work on WandaVision. So what? I'm guessing probably like that last episode was probably a lot of effects, right? That was.
Yeah, I worked on some of that. I worked on the the Salem witch trials scene.
Oh, cool. Okay, nice.
Some stuff here and there throughout.
So Agatha all along, is that like your ringtone now?
I just consistently have a Zelda ringtone.
That's fair.
That's a good one though.
Tom probably does too.
Yeah. Oh shit! I have to get Skyward Sword. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah.
I was just playing that 5
How
minutes
is it?
ago.
Is it good?
It's so good.
For a long time, my text tone was the bomb. The discovery.
Nice.
So I can sympathize with that. Amada's probably sitting there like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
That portion.
So let's get back to WandaVision. I know Amada was big into WandaVision. It was
fabulous.
That was amazing. So tell us a little bit about that. I mean, you did the Salem witch trials scene, which was a pivotal scene. That whole episode was kind of huge to the finale. So what was your favorite part about it?
I know it's weird because a lot of people were down on the sitcom stuff, and I loved it. I was like, "This is so cool! It's so like, it's not like anything Marvel's ever done before.
Right?
They're just it was so refreshing." And then I love how it just kind of slowly peeled the layers back, and it's cool because like I worked on it, but in terms of like the whole story, they kind of keep us in the dark. So I still get to see it as a fan, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And I loved that. Like they had the big epic Marvel showdown at the end, but they delayed it so long and allowed the characters to develop so much that like it felt so satisfying when it finally did happen. And then how Vision's battle was basically him just talking to
I love that. And I think they were in a library.
So good. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's what the great part about these Disney Plus shows is. You get to really build these characters. Like even with WandaVision, like you took two characters that up until then were really throwaway characters for the most part. You know, no one really cared that. I mean, you cared about them, but not to the level we do now.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And to build them up for this new phase, it was just perfect. So did you know Evan Peters was just going to be fucking Ralph Boner at the end of it?
No, I was so. That was
the one big disappointment for me. Yeah,
I was so excited. I was like, "Is this how they're gonna bridge the universe?"
Right.
That's what I thought. Yeah, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that because clearly we're on that path now. But God damn, that was a fucking disappointment.
Yeah, it's like they were trolling us. I was so sad.
Yeah, like hard. I was offended. I was personally offended.
It's been a kind of a controversy. I'm sure you're aware because you know you're in the know like us about all this. So they redid the ending to WandaVision. Have you seen the redone ending?
I heard about them redoing it. I haven't watched it.
So really, all they did was they put Vision in the cabin with her, more or less. But
that's bizarre.
Yeah,
it's weird. You just see this like floating transparent figure coming towards the like cabin. No, that's really it. And that's all there is.
Weird.
I was like, all right, yeah. I don't really, but it was just weird that they just kind of did it.
Yeah.
Right. Especially now, like we're well past. You know, we're two shows past that, and they went back and decided to redo the ending. So I mean, it's still a great show. I'm not gonna be. It was up in arms about it, but.
Nitpicks.
Yeah.
But.
So now, did you do any work on Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yes, I was pretty heavily involved in that one.
Nice. All right.
So the opening scene where he's flying from helicopter to helicopter, I worked on that.
That's awesome.
Nice. Okay.
And the scene where he is like, it's at night. And he's chasing that helicopter, and he's got the new Captain America suit.
Yeah. No, oh shit, nice. Okay. So you knew ahead of everything that he was going to be Captain America at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was cool. That was. I didn't know how they were going to reveal it.
Right.
But I did know. I did see the suit and everything.
Nice.
I worked with the U.S. agent character in some scenes, but I had no idea really what they were doing with him. So that whole like him like bloodying the shield was pretty shocking.
Oh yeah. Great scene though.
Yeah,
great
fan
scene
of that.
Yeah.
Now I have a question for you, and I'm sorry if I was very excited to talk to you about some of this stuff, and you know, as far as Falcon and the Winter Soldier goes, right? So I'm trying to think of how to word this the best way. How long, all your scenes together in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, how much time do you think you worked on? How much of that entire how many minutes of footage do you think you had worked on?
Minutes.
I
don't know, probably like 10,
Well,
15
I'm glad
minutes,
you said that. I'm glad you said that, and I'll tell you why. Somehow, Don Cheadle got nominated for an Emmy. I think you should be up for that Emmy because this guy was in that movie for like 94 seconds. It was in the entire series, and he got nominated for an Emmy.
Yeah. What's funny is even he was like, "Yeah, I don't get it either." But
it was definitely an odd choice. But so
it's hard to gauge because like I work on scenes that are like 5 seconds long,
right?
But I work on a ton of them, and so it's hard to tell how.
Was the work in that harder than the WandaVision stuff, or?
Yeah, because there was a lot more action involved,
right?
With that one,
It's a lot more realism, probably too, right? Like it's not.
Yeah. It's not like
anyway,
and spells and...
Tom and I are obviously geeking out, but Amada, I feel like we've been cutting her off. I think
no,
she's the one with the Scarlet Witch background.
I know.
I've asked Chris, man, you guys, Chris and I have been friends since high school, so I've been asking him these things forever. So
you've been torturing him.
Yeah. I get the DL stuff. He makes me not tell things. He'll be like, "You can't tell people," and I don't. So
she definitely does. We can vouch for that.
I remember after like every Harry Potter movie, she'd be like, "Chris, what the hell just happened? What did I just watch? Tell me everything."
We've seen a few together when they came out. We saw like 2 or 3 together when they came out in theater. But the ones in between, I was like, but what does this mean? I don't get it. Like, doesn't even work on those movies.
You can tell us. Has he name dropped me and Tom? Like, listen, don't tell Dan and Tom. Whatever you do, don't tell Dan and Tom. You can tell. You can throw it out there.
I won't say.
So I know Amada talked to you before you came on. We said we were going to talk about spoilers for Spider-Man No Way Home. So I just want to get into that in a casual conversation.
I didn't even tell him.
No, I'm kidding.
No, we won't press you on that. But
I didn't work on it, so I'm completely in the dark for that. Well, actually,
you are, so you don't know.
Actually, I was working on something else from Marvel while my friend was working on No Way Home, so he gave me some tidbits, but those are things I can't say.
I kind of don't even want to know though. That's the thing. I appreciate that.
But I do.
It's pretty rad. Rad.
I've been scouring the internet for spoilers. I'm not even gonna lie. I do it almost daily.
Like
I watched one this morning.
I'm a huge Spider-Man fan.
Same. And if all the rumors I've heard are true, I'm gonna fucking shit my pants. Even if I know what happens, I'm still gonna shit my pants.
It's funny because like I sit there on Twitter or whatever, and people are like spreading these rumors and shit, and I'm like,
that's not happening.
Really happening.
Yeah,
I know what's really going down.
So I don't know if you're a fan, but that's kind of like, so me and Tom are huge professional wrestling fans, and that's kind of exactly what happens there. It's like, you go online and people have these crazy theories, and then when one actually comes true, they think that they are like the second coming of Vince McMahon. But really, it's like. Yeah, so
you took a shot in the dark and you hit the target.
So I kind of want to ask you this, and this is from somebody in the industry because it's an interesting question. How do you think that social media has affected things like this? So the releases of movies and things like that, the spoilers, and I'm intrigued by that, like how that works.
So I am obviously a Star Wars fan,
of course.
And
I was gonna get to that.
It is ridiculous how you can't even use the internet at all without getting spoiled. Right. Like I got spoiled on the finale of Mandalorian season 2. Very upsetting. Like the morning of, I was just scrolling on my phone and it was just like on Google News feed, like, by the way, Luke Skywalker. I'm like, God
what?
Damn it.
Damn. And that was a great fucking finale,
right?
Oh my
I was
God.
so sad when that happened.
Nah, I hear you. So wait, do you have to sign an NDA when you work for Marvel? Or do they not make you do that? You do? They do.
For everything.
Okay, I figured. So now, did you do work on Loki or no?
No. I did not work on Loki, unfortunately.
Did you like Loki as a fan?
Loved Loki. That's probably
wasn't it fucking great
of the three.
Mine was WandaVision until I saw Loki. Now, it's 100% Loki.
Like Loki.
Oh my god!
Like from top to bottom, like
the
score was
most consistent. Oh, the score
was amazing.
Yeah. And it was the episode to episode the most consistent, and I think of the three of them, it stuck the landing better than any of them.
That's fair. Loki, they gave him such good development, and then in the end, he still got screwed over to the point where he gets to be Loki. Oh, the one person he trusted, he got screwed over. So,
and it really just changed the landscape of everything that's going to happen now going forward.
Like it's like set up all of Phase 4 or whatever.
Yeah, because I mean, it's based on rumors, it's probably going to lend to Spider-Man. Then, of course, Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
and there's just so much. Right. Yeah, and I mean, and even the villain reveal at the end, that was basically the Thanos post-credit scene at the end of Avengers, because this is going to be the guy that's going to be the big bad for a while now.
And like Kang is. Like he makes Thanos seem like small potatoes,
right? Yeah. Like you're only worried about one universe.
The Infinity Stones; those are like, what I keep in my mess drawer.
Well, even, like they're in the fucking drawer and
the paperweights.
Exactly. Crazy. Everything we know is just
not
thrown
to
out.
mention. What's his name? Jonathan Majors was amazing.
Yeah, he played that role.
He was so
perfect. Good. It was just he was so you gotta watch it. It just commanded the screen. It was just perfect. Like I'm excited. So I mean, so now you said you were working on some new Marvel stuff. Can you tell us what it is, or if you can't, it's fine.
No, it hasn't. It's still under wraps.
Okay.
So
does it have anything to do with a guy made of rocks and somebody that can stretch really far?
No.
Anything like that? No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
It's an already established property.
Okay.
All right. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. That's cool.
Now, none of us, shockingly, myself, Tom, or Amada, have seen Black Widow yet. Which
Which
I think
it was super fun.
That's the thing is we were talking earlier in the podcast about how Disney Plus is getting blamed by theaters for, and I'm interested to kind of see what you think about that. To me, I mean, the fact that the three of us didn't see it means that it's more than just the theaters. It's state of the world, timing. Yeah, there's a lot of things.
Did they forget there's a pandemic? Like,
right.
Well, yeah, that's what we said earlier. And like the other thing is fucking. At least for me, and I don't know if this had anything to do with the box office too, but for me, I wasn't really dying to see it because I know she's dead.
Yeah,
right.
I'm like, all right, it's not going to make that big of an impact on what happens now. Like,
that's
I know, like the post-credit thing kind of does, but like other than that, I'm like, eh.
That's kind of my review of it. Is like it was super fun. It was nice to get some development of the character, but it's like 10 years too late,
right?
Like
why would you develop her after she's dead?
If they released it when we cared about her, it would have been amazing. But
although I guess Loki could have kind of opened the door for her to come back.
That would be great
in some capacity.
I would forgive them of killing her off without developing her if they brought her back.
Just bring her back. She's a variant. That's all.
Yeah.
No big deal. So
I'm sure that there's a method to the madness.
Oh yeah. That Marvel's the most well-oiled machine I've ever seen at this point. Mm-hmm. Now I do remember last time when we talked, we were asking you about like what kind of stuff you'd want to work on. I remember you mentioned Star Wars, and I said we were going to get to this.
Yes.
Any progress on getting involved in Star Wars?
Still not
yet. I mean, there's a lot of shit coming out, though.
They keep putting me on Marvel. I have to imagine one day they're gonna be like, "Well, he's been on all these projects. Might as well put him on Ahsoka." I
mean, because they got a lot of stuff coming now with the Ahsoka and the something Rebels of the Republic or some shit.
Well, I think that was canceled because of
Gina Carano. Yeah, when she
comparing
anyway.
Republicans to Jews.
By the way,
not
World War II.
Not a good look.
I just want to say, last night Tom posted something and it looked straight out of IGN, and it was like, "Did you know that the Book of Boba Fett will feature Boba Fett?" And I almost threw my phone out the window. I thought somebody.
I commented on it. All I wrote was Mephisto. I just wrote Mephisto. I don't know.
I literally thought that
I saw that.
Dude,
it looked like an IGN post. Yeah. It did.
I was like, "Is this for real? Is this?" But
yeah.
So Amada,
we gotta get him. We gotta get Amada into Star
Wars. I want Amada in this conversation. Amada, what do you got? What do you?
Amada, why aren't you in this stuff?
It's not that I'm not into it.
She didn't see
when
Loki.
I went to Disney. That was one of the best things that I
It's
ever
the best
did.
ride ever made.
It was insane.
Now watch the movies so you understand it.
I had blue milk and I hung out, and it was amazing. It was the best part.
Rise of the Resistance is the greatest,
yes,
like most immersive experience ever.
So you know what?
It was an experience.
Let's talk Rise of the Resistance, because Tom doesn't know about that, so now we can take over the conversation.
I'm just gonna go fuck myself real quick.
But Rise of the Resistance, holy shit! Now I'm assuming you went to the one in Disneyland, right?
Yeah,
because you're there, and I live 5 minutes from Disney World, so I went there, and
I went to Disney World.
I camped out. I was there at 5:15 a.m. to get into the virtual queue, but my God, I can't imagine. I've been on it twice, and it's by far the absolute best ride. I can't imagine. I like Mickey's Runaway Railway. It's kind of a similar concept, but it will never touch. It'll never touch what Rise of the Resistance did. That was amazing.
It's like,
isn't it similar?
It's like 3 or 4 rides in one.
So Runaway Railway,
like the layout of it.
The same track. Yeah, it's the same thing, like a trackless.
Well, it's like a trackless ride.
Yeah. It's obviously not Star Wars based, but it's literally like the same type of ride motion. Kind of like saying that. Well, no, Spider-Man and Transformers is the same ride. That's like that's the same thing. But
been on any of these? God damn it!
So when I did go on the ride, I was that jerk off that recorded it. Inside. And I sent it to Tom because I felt
so
bad.
I kind of lived it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I responded to her story on Instagram. I was like, I'm so fucking jealous.
Yeah, and I was like, well,
it is unreal, man.
Yeah, I gotta go.
The second you get in the ride, it just transports you into the Star Wars.
It literally looks like a Star Wars movie. Yeah. Like it looks exactly like it.
Like
and that's
not
amazing.
just the ride, like in the
line queue.
Like the line queue is like honestly everywhere at Disney. The line queues, like for Pandora.
I was gonna say they're like the master of making it a full immersive experience from getting on the line to getting off the ride.
That's what I thought before Rise of the Resistance, and then they took it to another level where like there's 3 different lines, but in between 3 different rides all combined into one to make this crazy experience where like you get kidnapped and they take you into a full-sized hangar full
that was the best thing.
What the
literally that moment when I walked into that hangar, I could have died there. I could have literally been like, this is it for me. I'm not. It's not.
They kind of make you go quickly though through because they want
like pushing you forward, and I'm like, get away from me. I want to stay here.
Yeah, I want to just.
And if you get at a good time, you get some of the guards who are kind of dickbags. You get some that are just really good at their job and just being like a turd to you. Like it's kind of funny. Like sometimes I've been there twice. The first time I went, I had these guards that were in there just pulling jokes on people and cracking jokes and literally like roasting people in the line. Like, how did you even get on? How do you even get on an Imperial cruiser with a stupid hat like that? And like, so it was fun. But are you a theme park guy?
I gotta get there.
Chris, are you a theme park guy? Okay.
We just bought tickets to more Disneyland. So
did you go to Avengers Campus yet?
Yes, we went to Disneyland, got in the queue for Rise of the Resistance, and then you can only be in the queue for one ride. You can't be in for both Rise and the Spider-Man ride. So
Okay.
the queue opened up for Spider-Man. We were still in the queue for Rise, so we didn't get to go.
So you haven't been on that one yet?
Yeah.
No, but I've watched it and it looks kind of disappointing. So I was kind of glad we went on Rise because I've been on the Spider-Man ride at Universal and it's amazing.
Yeah.
So the fact that Disney made one and it looks like you're just like
it's like the the Toy Story
ride.
The
Toy Story ride.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Come on. Like, it's Spider-Man.
Even looking at like the layout and what attractions are there, I was like, it feels a bit underwhelming. Like I'm more excited for the Guardians ride in Epcot.
Yeah.
And for anything that's over there. And I mean, Disney is limited in Florida because they can't really use the main characters in attractions.
Yeah, because they're all at Universal.
Yeah, and that deal that they signed just screwed them with that.
And the Universal parks, like Islands of Adventure Marvel section, sucks. Like, I don't know if you've ever been there, but
aside from the Spider-Man ride.
And I love Hulk, the roller coaster.
The rides
the coasters.
I'm sorry, the rides are great. I even like the Doctor Doom Freefall. I'm fine with it. But
you mean like the layout of
the theming of it looks so like 90s and it's so outdated.
Yeah. It is outdated, yeah.
And then you walk from there
but
into
at the time,
like
it was
comics.
Fabulous.
You walk from there into comic strip land, and it's like it makes it even feel even more dated because now you're seeing you're walking from pictures
Rocky
of
and Bullwinkle,
like Kathy, the fucking office girl, like it's like, and it's like, man, come on, man.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, Universal. I have a Universal season pass, and I'm a little older than you guys, so I did not live through the heyday of Harry Potter. But I went on Hagrid's motorbike adventure, and holy shit, that was awesome too.
I want to ride that.
That was fucking great.
That was the one they like revamped. It was like that dueling dragons.
It was dueling dragons, and then they turned it into Hagrid's motorbike.
Right.
And it's really cool because it's similar to like Escape from Gringotts, how you go in and it's
that's a great ride.
And you stop.
I gotta say, as much of a Disney fan as I am, the fucking Harry Potter land is they knocked it out of the park.
They brought it up to the Disney level because everywhere else at Universal, it's like this seems kind of like a low budget Disneyland,
right?
Where like they have the more like mature rides, but like all the theming is like not quite as good. But then you walk into Harry Potter and it's like like
they did it right. They did it right.
They knocked it out. Even that's another one. The line queue going on to the Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey shit going through Hogwarts. Like insane. And just so good.
I'll even give them, you know, and I know this is probably sacrilegious, but I love Galaxy's Edge, don't get me wrong. But I still think Harry Potter nails the look and the feel of the universe better than Galaxy's Edge does.
Yeah, I mean well, part of it for me is like I would have loved if it was like original trilogy stuff. Like I don't have the attachment to the sequels as I do the originals, but also like Harry Potter kind of there's just so much more going on. There's so much more to look at. Like And part of that is because you're just on an alien planet at Galaxy's Edge. It's not.
Yeah, it's very spread out.
Everything's in your face and magic is happening and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Right.
Wow.
So I think if they had waited a little bit, Disney would have, after seeing how there was some backlash after Force Awakens, a lot of backlash. I think they would have made it more geared towards the originals.
I'm curious if they've back themselves into a corner, if they're thinking of like replacing some stuff with like Mandalorian or original trilogy.
I think if they make another attraction, it's definitely going to be Mandalorian related.
The thing is,
everyone loves Mandalorian, but currently it's like so many people hate the sequels because of the last movie, so they're like, now we have a whole land dedicated to something people hate.
Right. The thing that I walk in there and like I look around and there's a lot of greenery, a lot of things, and like it could have very easily just been like, hey, this is Endor. But instead they made it some planet nobody knows. They made it a specific point in the timeline.
Hearing Ewoks running around, like having like the big tree.
Well, and even outside of Star Tours, it was kind of more Endor, like the way they kind of designed that. Yeah. So they could
there were
have done
so
it,
many
but-
Star
Yeah,
Troopers
with the
out when I went.
life-size AT.
Oh, yeah.
The stormtroopers are good. I like the stormtroopers.
And there
I
was
will
this
say,
time.
go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Yeah.
No, you go.
Oh. Well, okay. So just by Disney experience, Kylo Ren came out,
yeah,
and he was having like the little people come and take pictures with him. Well, my 14-year-old, he's like, no, like little kids. Like he was telling them, and he was telling them that they need to come to the dark side when they're ready, that they need to train, and it was very cute. So my 14-year-old, I was like, go and take a picture with him, and he turned him away. No one turned him away. Yeah, I got a picture of it. It's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So and
I will say,
they're
like,
making a hotel.
Yeah,
there's a Star Wars hotel coming.
So the thing about the Star Wars hotel is it's going to be like the Rise of the Resistance ride, where you take a transport up into a galactic cruiser hotel. So and then like everything on board is going to be all Star Wars, and you can like have lightsaber training and all this shit. And
you could get a real lightsaber.
It's gonna be like you're taking a cruise in space.
Yeah.
And then when you go to the park, you take a transport down and you're right into Galaxy's Edge, and it sounds amazing. I feel like with that experience included, that'll be up to par with like the Harry Potter world stuff.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But,
see, I've heard that the transitions make more sense in Disneyland. See, in Disney World, you either go from Muppets to Galaxy's Edge, or you go from Toy Story to Galaxy's Edge. And like I've heard that, what do you go into like Frontierland or something, right?
Yeah, you go into Frontierland, and it's all still like rocks and shit.
Right. So it makes sense. But here you either go from Muppet Vision 4D or you go from Toy Story Land, and it
sounds pretty jarring.
Yeah. So
Hollywood Studios was just laid out really, really dumb. Like it makes no sense. There's like no rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah.
But
I will say, hanging out in front of the Millennium Falcon, a life-size Millennium Falcon, is pretty rad.
Yes.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Smuggler's Run kind of sucks. Well, hold on. I shouldn't say that. I've been on it twice.
I didn't get to go on it, and I've heard it was
Compared
good.
to Rise of the Resistance, it's nothing.
I've been on it twice. The first time I went, I was an engineer, and I hated it. I was like, all I'm doing is pressing the buttons.
But pilot's the only thing.
Yes. The second time I was a pilot, and it was fucking great. But
dude, hitting the hyperspeed like lever is just amazing.
It's so fulfilling. So fulfilling.
One of the problems is they shouldn't have opened Smuggler's Run without Rise of the Resistance.
I agree
if
with
they
that.
had 2 rides at opening, that would have been incredible. But since all you could ride was Smuggler's Run, I was like,
I agree.
Yeah, I think they should have done even like a X-wing ride would have been, I feel like, a little better even.
Yeah.
Like going through like the trenches of the Death Star, that kind of shit.
Yes.
But I know they kind of backed themselves into the corner by theming it after the sequel trilogy.
Yeah,
so
plus
like
they say that they want it to be canon, so it's like
right.
I don't know.
I think they'll throw that out eventually.
They have to, because eventually you're not like the sequels are going to be old. So it won't be canon anymore. So.
Right.
Yeah, and I think they've greatly course corrected Star Wars on Disney Plus now with like the Mandalorian and even the Bad Batch.
Yeah, Star Wars makes a lot of sense as a series. It just works. Yeah,
so and I think Dave Filoni is more in charge now. I think they made him the head of.
They made him
now,
like creative director, which is
he's their Feige.
He's the reason that he made the prequels better with the Clone Wars cartoon.
Yeah,
like he's single-handedly like keeping Star Wars great.
Yeah,
like John Favreau as well, of course.
Oh yeah.
From what I can tell, he's more a name and kind of,
and he has that experience. Filoni doesn't know how to make a show and a movie and all that. Yeah.
Favreau has the experience of directing live action, so he's kind of helping him along. But from what I've heard, it's Dave Filoni's baby
for sure. And honestly, to me, at
You
this
can
point,
kinda tell.
Mandalorian is the sequel to the originals. Forget
And the way
fucking,
they're like creating the Mandalorian cinematic universe with
Yeah.
like everything.
Boba
Right.
Fett, Ahsoka, and all that. Yeah.
So excited.
I am
There's
too.
a lot of good stuff coming. I'm excited for the future. Real quick, and I'm assuming you probably deal with just the live action stuff, so you probably weren't involved with What If at all, right?
No, unfortunately
No.
not. Which,
But
it looks
I'm
amazing though.
It does. I'm excited for that. I'm definitely excited.
It's
for
next
that.
month, right? August.
Yeah.
Right.
I think first week or something like that. Yeah.
Amada, just let me know when you're ready to get into Star Wars, and I'll be your
Yeah.
show.
So
be
what
there.
we're
I'll be
all here
asking
for you.
So many questions.
What we'll do, I guarantee, and everybody else that's listening, you guys will be able to get into this too. We're going to create a group on Disney Plus, and we're just going to watch them all in a row.
Yeah.
And
We'll
that way
walk you through.
we'll know what's going on. And we'll be able to talk to each other. We'll have like a what's it called? What's the fucking thing we talk?
A watch party.
Yeah, but what's the app?
Watch party.
WhatsApp. We'll have a WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
We'll sit there and talk
Wow.
about it. It'll be great. I'm excited. I'm already excited.
I'm getting excited just at the idea of
It's gonna be. It's gonna be like.
I love. I mean, Star Wars is one of my favorite things of all time.
Same.
What? So
if
all
I
right,
were to
this is.
right there.
help introduce Amada into it, that'd be wonderful.
I have an important question then, and we'll wrap it up shortly. But take Empire Strikes Back out of the equation. What's the best Star Wars movie?
So if I could cheat and say the last 4 episodes of Clone Wars is my favorite Star Wars movie. Like the Siege of Mandalore blew me away.
Okay.
And if I can't have that, Return of the Jedi was like probably my most watched Star Wars movie.
Yeah, mine too.
When I was a kid,
as a kid, like
same.
Like my
it came out the weekend I was born, so I kind of was like, I was predestined to watch that movie all the time. But
and probably controversial, but I'm a Last Jedi fan. So.
I am.
Me
too.
and Tom are too.
I am too.
We are too.
I don't hate it. Rise of Skywalker was by far the worst of those 3. And honestly, Force Awakens was an amazing fucking start. I had so much. When I walked out, I was like, "This is going to be amazing."
Yeah, I saw it like
I like Last Jedi.
I liked Last Jedi. Like they gave Luke a like really poetic rap to his arc, and on top of that, they were basically like, "All right, Kylo Ren's the big bad now. He's out of Darth Vader's shadow, and now he's going to be the ultimate evil." And then in Rise of Skywalker, like J.J. Abrams was like, "No, I want to do it my way."
You know what I think
we're gonna bring back Palpatine and make Kylo Ren.
Well, that was ridiculous.
Sidekick again.
And I think honestly, after Colin Trevorrow or whatever his name is left the project, and I think after that insane backlash from the toxic fandom.
Yeah,
I think they caved to it. I think they just caved to the backlash, and they were like, "You don't like that? Okay, we'll fix it. We'll fix it."
Why
and they just
whole
spent
movie
so much
was just
time.
like empty fan service.
Yeah,
that's the problem. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Is, when there is time for that. Like Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm not gonna lie. Like when they went back to the original design, I'm actually convinced that they were never gonna release the movie with that shitty Sonic anyway.
It did look terrible.
I'm convinced that was a publicity stunt for them to go
marketing ploy. Yeah.
So to get people to be like, we want real Sonic. So that way, when they gave it to them, they were like, all right, we'll support this movie. And to be honest, I enjoyed that movie. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's not
fun.
I'm not going to say it's like Citizen Kane,
but you get to see Jim Carrey goof around.
Yeah.
And I always love seeing Jim Carrey goof around. Yeah.
But like, I think that's a good example of the fans kind of giving their opinion. I think with a movie like Star Wars, where they've established these things, like it's okay to have a misstep. And if you even consider it a misstep, like Last Jedi, a lot of people didn't like it. I loved it, but if you consider it a misstep, it's fine. Continue with the story. I think they caved and they rewrote everything and they made it into literally like a love letter to fans, being like, "Don't hate us." And in doing they made it even worse. So
they did.
That's the thing. Is like I feel like Last Jedi was a lot of fan service, but it was meaningful. Like Luke, the end of Luke's arc mirrors what he did in Return of the Jedi. He was a pacifist. He threw his lightsaber away and was like, I'm not gonna kill him. Like,
right.
And he did the same thing at the end of Last Jedi. Like, I feel like the whole toxic fandom like just doesn't really understand Star Wars. They just wanted God tier Luke, which we got with Mandalorian. So like,
he got his
best of both worlds.
His Rogue One,
Darth
right?
Vader
Rogue One.
Yeah,
that's what
Rogue One was great too.
He got
that was great.
Moment.
Like he was able to be the humanized, flawed, interesting character in Last Jedi.
But it made sense for him to be that at that point. Like it made sense for him to be that in The Mandalorian.
Yeah, and it had his like samurai moment at the end. And we got like God tier Luke like storming through the hallways, tearing ass.
And I mean, if you think about it, I mean, the dude fucking force projected himself into a battle. Galaxy, if that's not God tier, I don't know what the fuck is.
Right? Like there's a reason they end and they're talking about the legend of Luke Skywalker.
Right.
Like,
and you still got your Luke and Leia moment. You got your Luke and C-3PO moment. It didn't need to be this big. I am a little upset that I didn't get to see Luke, Leia, and Han all back together.
That would have been.
But I mean, Carrie Fisher passing also.
I feel like JJ kind of is the one who spread them all apart and was like, we don't like in Force Awakens, they were afraid to bring Luke in until the last second. So like I feel like Rian Johnson was just making the best of what he was given.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I'm with you, man.
The only thing that I would be very upset if they retconned from Rise of Skywalker would be Babu Frick, because he's my new favorite character of all time.
Babu Frick was
my new favorite character of all time. So, Amada, what did you got? I know you're up there biding your time saying I've never seen Star Wars.
These fucking nerds.
Just a little tidbit. I did see Attack of the Clones with my then boyfriend at the time in high school.
Nice. So one of the worst ones.
If you didn't watch it after that, I get it now. Because one, you were with an ex-boyfriend, and two, it was by far the worst fucking Star Wars movie.
Oh, he was a nerd, so.
No, but this makes sense now.
Who was it?
I get this now.
Kirk.
You went to see a Star Wars movie with a guy named after the main character of Star Trek?
I forgot that Kirk existed until just now.
Captain Kirk.
My face is as red as the girl behind me.
Ladies and gentlemen, next week's show we're going to bring on Kirk, and we're going to talk
Captain Kirk.
We're going to talk about.
It's because Chris knows what
that's funny.
What was he, a dick pound?
He was a huge goober.
A dick pound. hey, Chris, do you know who the vice president of the International Olympic Committee is?
No.
His name is Dick Pound.
Dick Pound.
So
for real though.
Legit.
Like that's really his
name. Yeah.
Wow.
That was
all the ladies.
That was a recurring joke on the first part of this episode, but I think we should probably, it's early over by you still. It's probably still like what, almost 8 o'clock. So
yeah,
but is the sun still out?
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome. Cool. Here, I think we need to start turning it in because it's almost 11. But I really appreciate this. This was another great chat, and I think I like this one because it went a little more off the cuff. It was less scripted. So I appreciated the theme park talk. I appreciated all that, and
yeah. So it was nice to geek out because that's always my favorite thing to do. And listen, when you finish whatever projects you were working on and the NDA is no longer effective, let us know and we'll fucking talk about that shit.
Cool.
I'm
currently working on a video game movie.
Ooh,
that's probably too much information.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
Wait, not related to Marvel.
Can't say. No, not related to Marvel.
Oh fuck.
Princess Peach's new movie.
Oh, you were
how did you know?
There is
she's escaping.
There is a Super Mario
movie. She's in an
abusive
relationship.
There is a Super Mario movie coming out.
A DreamWorks one.
I'm hoping
Illumination.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So, really?
It's
it's
by the Minions team. The Minions team.
It's not even my first video game movie either. I worked on Rampage too.
Right.
So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember you telling us that. Yeah.
I'm hoping I hope it's something super obscure. I hope you come out and it's like Booger Man, and I'll be like,
Booger
fucking
Tetris
great.
the movie.
It was Quest. It's Quest 64. Ridiculously random.
Turok
Dinosaur
I'd
Hunter.
watch a Turok movie.
Yeah, I would actually. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So
well.
All right, Chris. Well, thank you.
It's a 3-course meal pants optional podcast. Since MC Lars with some podcast bars. Thanks for listening, yo. You will go so far with your knowledge about stuff. Pants optional. And I got some rhymes, and I'm rocking, yo. So thanks for tuning in, and that's real tight. Enjoy this podcast, which you listen to during the day or the night. Oh!
We are about to take this one in for a landing. We had a good talk with our buddy Chris, so I'm happy about that. And you know,
super excited.
Let's just, you know, what else you guys what have you guys been watching? What have you guys been checking out?
I started Behind the Attraction.
Oh,
that new show on Disney Plus. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think we mentioned it last week.
Did,
yeah. And it's I remember you were the one who told me that it was from the people who do the movies that made us.
Yeah.
And you could it's definitely in that style. Like the narrator, the way they narrate and do those like record scratch, like, wait, what? Is that what he said? And like that kind of stuff. But it was really cool. It was, and I've watched so many fucking documentaries about Disney World at this point. Like I know half the shit already, but like it's still fucking fun to watch. So that was really cool. Definitely check that out.
I'm gonna watch that as soon as we're done tonight. I think I'm gonna have to.
Me too.
Yeah,
me too.
It's a good watch. It's a good watch.
I love all the Disney stuff. You know, I love the Imagineering story. I've watched that probably 3 times straight through.
Fucking love that shit. Yeah.
Like I'm probably gonna go into it. Like you said, I'm gonna know most of it, but just the way it's presented.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, let's be honest. Most of the stuff on like the movies that made us, we know. But just because we see it, the way it's presented so well that you know.
No, it's very well done.
So I actually got to watch Closed for Storm. I know we talked about that last week. We talked about Closed for Storm, about the New Orleans park, and it was really good. It was very well done.
Yeah.
They actually got to walk in the park, so they got permission to go into the park, and they were interviewing people inside the park.
I might watch that after we get off.
Yeah.
There you go. It was last week. It was just on Apple TV, but now it's on Amazon as well, and I think it was $4.99 to rent. So it's not a bad buy if you want to check it out.
Cool.
I'm going to tell you, you know, we all like that stuff. So I think we all like it. I don't know if it would be as accessible to somebody that's not as into things like that. You know, it could be considered slow moving because, you know, it's really just talking about like reproposing the park and what they're doing. But because we kind of dig that stuff, I think we'll like it. But I was trying to get Jake, the guy who made it, on the show. I think I'm going to try to get him or the Cat Rapper. We're going to get some good guests because as much as we love talking to Chris, we got to spread those wings.
Mix it up. Yeah.
Mata, what about you? What are you watching?
Man, okay. I've been listen, Linda. I've got a few things. So I did watch the one episode of This Is Pop with T-Pain. That was really good. But my new thing, you guys know I work a lot with the Jewish community around here. So there's this
I know where you're going to go.
Yeah, this new show that dropped on Netflix called My Unorthodox Life. And it's about this chameleonaire. Her name is Julia Hart, I believe. And she is the owner of Elite World Group, which is like this big modeling agency. She's a fucking chameleonaire. And she was deep in the Orthodox community, and then she like escaped, and now she's living this crazy life, and it's about them. It's like a Jewish Kardashian type deal.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then speaking of Disney, I have been watching the Monsters at Work.
I watched it. It's really good.
Love
I like
it. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Love it.
I have a lot to catch up on, man. I between starting new job, moving, all the I'm so far behind in all the recent things. So I'm taking a list down, and I'm gonna catch up on all this stuff. This is
do it.
Yeah. So I think there's definitely some good stuff to catch up on, but I'm interested in Monsters at Work. I'm interested in the other one too, The Orthodox Life. Netflix has been getting some good under the radar stuff lately. Did you? I think I sent you guys the preview, but there's a like a furry dating show coming out. I'm excited for that.
Oh, I saw. Yeah.
I'm excited to see that. So
it's weird, but I definitely would watch it.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's been kind of obviously Black Widow, the big movie. I haven't seen it yet, so I know you guys probably think that's crazy, but I have not seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either. Yeah.
I've been more, just kind of enjoying the random things, a lot of documentaries like we talked about, and it was a big wrestling week, so we got crowds back, so that was a lot of fun. We got John Cena back, so that's always a lot of fun. But other than that,
I even watched.
Even Tom watched it. So
and I haven't been watching, but I did watch, and and then I'm gonna keep. I don't know how they're doing it, but I'm gonna keep rooting for my first place New York Mets.
Yeah,
there you go.
Still hanging on, and hey, Lindor's hurt, so that's cool. I knew that was gonna happen.
That's cool.
Yeah, so he'll be out for a while. That's nice.
That concludes the show. Thanks for coming.
Congrats.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, we're done. That's it.
Like, subscribe, and fuck Lindor.
Fuck Lindor.
Fuck him.
Just kidding.
Fuck
Dick
him.
Pound him.
Dick pound him.
Yeah, Dick pound him.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, bitches.
This marks the completion of this week's 3-course meal pants optional podcast. Please give us a review and subscribe over at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever else you get your podcasts. We look forward to seeing you next Friday for more fun and debauchery. This is the end. Or is it?
We sound pretty good so far, though.
You suck my dick pound.
Oh, yeah.
Suck my dick pound. Do you guys want to see something real quick? I just want to show you something.
Is it your dick pound?
These are giraffe earrings that were handcrafted by
Dick Pound?
This African man at Disney.
Oh.
He was handcrafting them at Disney and selling them in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Was he employed by Disney, or was he just there doing that?
Or was he?
No, he was employed by Disney.
Was he like the guy in the park that sells you bootleg T-shirts or in the parking lot?
No,
he was like ironed on Animal Kingdom
Disney
shirts.
It was next to a pinning station.
Turn them inside out.
Okay.
Turn them inside out. They're Hollywood studio shirts. And it's like, oh, $5. Be like, I'll give you $2. Okay.
I hate you.
Oh God.
I hate you both.
Love you too.